Hey everyone, my name is Kaby and today I am going to show you the match I played against Altair just recently. But first I wanted to call thanks to everyone who subbed to my channel, because we were able to hit that 100 subs mark, which isn't too much if you think about it, because I got 21k on my main StarCraft 2 channel, but still this is the new foundation and it is always nice to see when it's working. So it is working for you and with you, so thank you for that. And back to the game. I am playing against Altair, who ran into me and asked to play against him on Discord. This player got significantly better lately, and he told it previously that I am one of the very few guys who he still wasn't able to beat. We didn't meet each other often lately, and this is pretty much the reason, because he got third place in the 2 community tournaments in a row, which means that obviously he is quite an accomplished player, and that has to be more than enough to beat a guy like me. But once he asked me, I decided to accept, because why not? I remember myself being younger and I loved it to challenge the more or less well-known persons, and mostly they accepted my calls. And now it's probably time to pay back the debts to the universe and accept the calls too from the different guys who wanna challenge me. And anyways, I was just interested to play against someone strong. I don't often upload the games against strong players, because I just play ladder mostly. And the games are not... I mean, my opponents sometimes can't stand, can't give... put up a good fight. So we don't have a tense game here every now and then. And this game was about to be very tense. And I also was the first time to play this map, but I don't even know where are the chests. I could Google for the picture that I did myself a couple of weeks ago, but I decided that I'll be just seeing it. It is likely to be near the watchtowers, I thought, and I can tell you that it happened to be a correct assumption. And anyway, still map is this big, I thought I'd be playing the human tech and picking the knights, but not only the knights, not the human monument and into the sanctuary that a few of our strong players tend to play lately for the light, but I decided that I'd be going Paladin along with the Knights, so Knights will be controlling the map and Paladin will be giving sustain with his tanking abilities and armor. So that is an approximate idea of me and my build order. And now that I ordered Gilbert already, I'm also starting my sanctuary to get healers, to get that pit stop between the engagements and probably during the engagements as well. And I still didn't scout, so I don't really know what does my opponent play. But that is because my first swordsman was getting the watchtower, and then I forgot about him for a bit. But now we come to his base, and alright, we see that my opponent picked the orc stack. That means that he'll be probably getting Grog, which is confirmed now. And our strategies are pretty much mirrored, one to each other. So human and orc are more or less mirror attacks, at least on the second and the first tier. I moved out with my remaining army on the watchtower to try to get it back. And my idea here was also to get the watchtower from below, but it seems that it's not possible, and those props are put here for the reason, apparently. But anyways, I think that the chest should be somewhere here apparently, so I'm starting to draw my guys in this position, and this is correct, so here it comes. And I also have the knight on the other side of the map, and I'm not sure what happened there because I won't be watching there, but probably my enemies sent their hero. I'm not sure, but this is likely to happen. Here I'm trying to micro out the engagement. My paladin used his ability in the beginning of the fight, so that he will be able to restore it and use it once more later on. Also tried to micro my knight. Not too successful, but I think I was able to pull out a couple of cavalry strikes. Those getting plus 15% damage dealing, and my paladin continues to fight, and of course it's better to take the riders down quicker. I also reinforce with the knights, and my knights are full HP while the riders are not, and it seems that I'm about to win this engagement, even though my paladin is low, but my ability is ready again, which I mentioned, so that was a conscious action to use the ability in the very beginning of the fight and not to wait when he will come low, because by the time he will come low you will get the cooldown ready. In the meantime, I'm upgrading my main building to be able to get more food and probably get a second hero, but so far I'm not taking the second tech, the second race building, and I use the all-seeing eye on what I see. My opponent added the workshop, so that means that he will probably be building aeronauts against the human tech, and the humans don't have any anti-air on the first or second or third tiers. They will have a sorcerer on the fourth tier, but it is not in the game yet, so first I made the ballista tower to be able to defend my economy, and I'm not hasting too much with adding the archers, because even if the aeronauts got me on the map, I can just retreat. But now we have to see what is coming, and it is only the 4 riders, so I'm not afraid. I have much more here with Paladin and the 2 healers, so he will have to retreat right now, and here come the 2 heroes, and that means that I'm not about to fight this, but at the same time I'm started to get the copters. The helicopters are good at this particular timing, because the only Altair he has is the alchemist, and I'm trying to get him on the low HP to deploy him in time, and here comes his ability, so he will probably heal. And I'm not pulling my units from it. I'm not sure if it was the right call, but I thought that I won't be able to retreat from the riders anyway, because they are fast. And well, I'm trying to pull my paladin back, but he is low and there is uncertain if he'll be able to survive, but at least he's winning a little bit of time. And in the meantime, I upgraded my barracks to the 2nd tier. I'm starting to get the guardsmen, because my opponent still has quite a bit of riders, and guardsmen will be fine against them, and they're just the good core units in your army. So if you are maybe wondering what unit to build as light for the core, the guardsman is a good option, because they're quick to build, but I already mentioned it in the previous video, so I won't be repeating, I guess. But here I just keep building the guardsmen from the 2 racks, and here I move out with my copters to just deplete the HP of my enemy's riders, but they're not here anymore.
Yes, Your Honor.
At the same time, it is already 10th minute mark, so it's obvious that he must be capturing the chests. and I force them to pull back from this position, and probably I'll be able to get... Oh, alright, I won't be able to get a chest apparently, because there are the 2 heroes, and then I don't really have much. Only the 3 units, and that is obviously not enough, and not even close. So I'm trying to deal as much damage as I can to those orc units. And in the meantime, my paladin is ready, and my princess is on the way. I added the elven tree to be able to protect myself from the aeronauts, but we don't see any so far. So I'm not even sure if I need any archers. So I don't build any archers, and I only built the princess from the elven tech. Well, also the healers, but they don't require the trees, so they're not exactly the elven tech in terms of the RTS. And here comes Alcina from my enemy. So the idea I got here is I'll be probably defending under my race build in Auros, or if I can, I wanna get back the control of the watchtower, because my princess will start to steal in the other watchtower, and there's a possibility that Altair will be moving onto this position, so I'll be able to capture the second one. So that is the little tactical trick I'm trying to use. And at the same time I'm adding the mana tower, because I still only have 50 mana to work with, and I definitely want some serious scroll to use. And maybe I can take this mana well. And in the meantime I'm trying to face check with the princess to see if I'll be able to make something done with his worker line. And here comes his army. Well, this means that I can make something done. And here we also see the drills, so this is the reason why the workshop has been built. But my army went down very quickly, but at the same time he has nothing to defend his worker line, so I'm making the fan of arrows and keep shooting at the worker line, and princess is extremely good in this. And the additional part on this map is that you mine your gold and your wood on the different directions from the main building. So you can see that there is the Napoleon Tower, but it isn't even defending the gold mining line. So this is why princess shine on the map like this. So you can remember this and try to use it next time you end up playing on the map like this, or this particular one. But of course the price for this, for me, is that my enemy's army is coming to my base and I have to somehow stop it without the second hero. But the second hero might be able to recapture this mana well, and I also get a mana card, so I'll be probably getting to the decent amount of mana soon. My enemy is also using the meteorite, which means no more light magic tower for me. Probably I should have built the mana tower somewhere closer to the front lane, but I didn't, so that was the price. But I'm getting even more copters, even though my enemies got an X-Masters, but I need something to deal a good damage to the drills. So the copter was the decision I came up with. I'm not sure if it is any good of a decision, but I thought that the guardsmen will be able to fight the X-Masters and the helicopters will be able to fight the drills. It is working more or less, we see, and I'm still surviving. But we must also count in the fact that I fight under my race buildings. I used the paladin ability, not even look into it. You probably know that there's a possibility, so Paladin just called out that he's low, and we can also notice this, that because we see his HP near his icon. So I'm just use his Dome of the Light, not even look into there. And here the Paladin goes down, but my opponent also coming with the Eater, which seemed to me at the moment like not a big treat, because probably I can take him down with the helicopters, but once I don't have any more of the helicopters, of the guardsmen, sorry, it seems that my helicopters can't survive long. And here comes the perfect decision from Altair. He's just resurrecting his alchemist to have an immediate anti-air on the battlefield straight, and my healer can't help because she can't heal helicopters. I'm trying to repair, but Altair crits with his alchemist. And I was going back with my princess, but I also spent a little bit of time to get a chest. That probably wasn't okay call because I still need resources, and especially I'm caught in cutting wood, cutting. Yeah, I'm not getting any wood, so the chest lets me to at least order something. But now that I look on the screen, I can't really find a decision. What can I make? What useful can I make? Probably I could have made Paladin, and that would be helpful, but I don't get again the wood, and Altair captured the second chest, so I was unable to get it. So probably I should have come back with the princess once I harassed the gold mining line for the first time, because that eater was going and strolling around the map for a good 2 minutes apparently. And if I would notice that on time, I'd make his life terrible, because princess would be running around and critting that guy, and he would probably have never made it to my base. But that is the late call right now, but that is probably could be a game-changing decision. But I didn't make a correct call. I kept harassing the gold mine again for the second time, and that meant that I don't have any more chances. And after a few months, Altair took down another opponent, which is me, and that was for a reason. I didn't play too good, but I still think I played decent, if we count the fact how good my opponent was. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll try not to miss for long, but yep, I'll wrap it up here. Make sure to sub it to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.